They say the camera doesn't lie, but in 1931, it was a weapon as powerful as any in the courtroom. What could make hardened mobsters, men who built empires on fear and control, shy away from its lens? Welcome to our channel, where we dive deep into history's hidden stories. If you're as fascinated by the intersection of power, crime, and justice as we are, hit that subscribe button right now because you don't want to miss stories like this. Now, let's unravel one of the most intriguing moments of Al Capone's trial: why his associates went out of their way to avoid being photographed. In 1931, Chicago's federal courtroom wasn't just a place of law, it became a stage for one of the most sensationalized trials in American history. Al Capone, the notorious mob boss who had ruled the underworld with an iron fist, was finally being tried for tax evasion, a charge that seemed minor compared to his long list of alleged crimes, but it was enough to bring him down. Yet, while all eyes were on Capone, there was another story playing out in the shadows, and it's one that history often overlooks: the behavior of the mobsters who loyally attended his trial. The cameras were there to document history, but for Capone's associates, they represented exposure, something far more terrifying than any legal charge. These men, accustomed to operating in the shadows, understood the power of a photograph. It wasn't just a picture, it was evidence, a connection, a silent witness to their presence in a courtroom they'd rather not be linked to. Many of them would tilt their hats low, use handkerchiefs, or physically turn away from the lens. Their paranoia wasn't misplaced. The Prohibition era was coming to an end, and the public had grown tired of organized crime running rampant. Law enforcement and reporters were more determined than ever to expose the network of men behind Capone's empire. A single photograph could spark investigations, bring unwanted attention, or even lead to rival gangs identifying vulnerable players. These were men who lived by a code of secrecy, and the camera was an unrelenting enemy of that code. What's fascinating is how this avoidance of cameras wasn't just about protecting their identities but also about preserving the mystique of organized crime. The mob thrived on its larger-than-life reputation, carefully cultivated through whispers and rumors, not publicized evidence. The very image of a mobster was meant to invoke fear and respect, but being caught on camera in a courtroom painted him as fallible and cornered, diminishing that aura of invincibility. For Al Capone, the trial was a turning point in American history. It showed that even the most powerful criminals could be held accountable. But for his associates, their aversion to the camera tells a deeper story about the fragility of their world. It was a rare glimpse into the cracks of a seemingly untouchable empire, exposing the human fear behind the masks of power. What do you think this behavior says about the nature of organized crime? Do you believe it's the secrecy or the fear of exposure that truly holds these networks together? Share your thoughts in the comments below. We'd love to hear what you think.